Hello. Check out where I'm at right now. I'm in St Kilda Botanical Park. It's St Kilda is basically the beach town, and it's where I stayed in my first week. And now I went to visit a company, a design studio, and they were in the area. And then I saw on Google Maps there's this park, so I thought let me have a look at it. Is this the best angle? Anyway, and yeah, so this is my vlog, and this is like 2.5 weeks into my trip, or my New Year in Australia. And so I thought let me just put a vlog to record how I feel at this point. Also, the calendar for my plan was the first 2 weeks in hostels, then after that an Airbnb for a month, and then after that hopefully I found my accommodation. So this is kind of summarizing how I that first 2 weeks, basically the first 2 weeks of hostels. And my very first reactions to Australia, how I feel at this point, and yeah, a little bit 2 weeks, letting that marinate for 2 weeks. So yeah, my first 2 weeks in Australia, I can summarize it by it being hot, sleepy, and a mixed bag of emotions and people, because I've been staying in hostels. It's been different types of people coming and going, and different environments. So the first week I stayed, the first week I stayed in a hostel called Base St Kilda, and it was by the beach, St Kilda Beach. And I don't know if I realised at the time, but it's like a party hostel, and I didn't the rooms weren't as nice as I'd expected from Europe and stuff, but it was a good place to party if you're kind of into that. And I thought I was kind of into that, but it was young, and lots of English people, and they had a megaphone that comes and calls everyone downstairs, and I didn't realise how the jet lag would really affect me. So where the time when you go downstairs and party, it was the time I actually wanted to go upstairs and sleep. So that was quite interesting. So yeah, that first week was in this party hostel, but sleeping and then getting up, and then let's say 11 o'clock, everyone's we did bingo once, and it was boozy bingo, shouting and everything. And by the time it was 11 o'clock, I'm you know what, I need to have a nap. And then I had a nap, and I woke up, and then by the time I woke up, everyone's already gone and done their stuff. But I made a good friend, this French guy, Idris, I don't know how you say it. Idris is Idris Elba, but he says Idris. And anyway, he's been cool, because he's kind of older, my age, and also he's there to work for the year as well. So that first hostel, everyone's kind of traveling and young and partying and everything, whereas he's here for a year. So in his stuff that he needs to do is find a job and do his courses and whatever stuff. So that was quite good. So basically we'd go for to bars and eat nice places and stuff. Oh yeah, I gave that 3-point summary. One of them needed to be expensive, because they say Melbourne is the same, or Australia, Melbourne is similar to London, which maybe it is, but when you're you're in London, you do the expensive thing once in a while, and then the rest of the days you eat flipping at home. Whereas when you go on holiday, everything's cheap, so you like you ball out, eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want. But like, it's almost like $100 is £50, but just going to the restaurant and seeing the prices and the beer and stuff, you're like, you thought your $20 doesn't take you very far. Your $100 doesn't take you very far. So like, if you're going out to party and you haven't pre-drunk and you're buying drinks, like a double rum and coke is like $20. So you've put $100 in your pocket thinking that's going to take you very far. It doesn't. And so the money doesn't. So basically the first week was eating like nice. They got such good food here, like Mexican food, lots of like Vietnamese food, fucking lovely brunch places. Like the food, like when you break into it, it's so good. The food is good, but it's not cheap. But yeah, also the first week I arrived on Australia Day, and it was kind of, I need to like delve more into like understanding Australia Day, because I know it's like kind of controversial and has its pros and cons, but it was cool to arrive on that day. And also I got like a sick picture they had an Australian flag on the beach, and I was like, made it. It was super hot, and I'm taking a picture, and it was like, that was cool. So like I seen the beach and it's like fully busy, and it was cool, but I didn't realise at the time how flipping tired I'd be. So that was good. And then at first like I felt like, why am I in this party hostel? But to be honest, being right by the beach was great. Like I went for runs in the morning and chilled on the beach and stuff like that. It was nice. And then the week after that I went to Space Hotel. That's like in the town, like, so that they use the word CBD, Central Business District, to basically that's like the central area. And so it was good. I spent the first week on the beach, because then the second week I was in the town, and the second week was a little bit, even though I planned my third week to meet all companies and stuff like that, they did just draw me out into like going to meet people, and like a recruiter and one of the contacts I made. And so like the second week was a little bit, I'm in town, let's get a little bit into business. And I'm right next to the Victoria State Library, which is beautiful, just a nice space to like, because I'm in hostels, like there's no space to do your emails and stuff, so it was good to be near that big library, and just have that space to sort out my stuff, banking stuff, need to make a bank account, need to do a tax file number, sending out emails and just doing stuff. Yeah, that was cool. The hotel, this hostel, Space Hotel, was super nice. Well, like the facilities were really cool, and it was a different vibe. There was more like chill people, not just everyone like crazy, but there was also still party people. I did karaoke. I sung Snoop Doggy Dogg, Ain't Nothing But a G Thing, Baby. I like killed the first half, and then the second half I didn't know none of the lyrics. Yeah, but then I made loads of friends, like different people, French people, English people, South African people, and like went on a few night outs, and went to St Kilda Festival. That was cool. And I didn't mention it was my birthday, so I'm here on the last year of doing working holiday visa. I'm 30. I came when I was 30, and then 1 week later I turned 31, and me and my French friend, we went to a festival called Electronic Picnic Festival. That was on a Sunday, and that was super fun. And I booked my hostels wrong, where I booked the dates wrong, so I had to book an extra night, and for my birthday I booked the night in a like private room in Space Hotel, and I had a balcony, and I was looking at the flipping skyscrapers, and it was sick. And then we met my French friend, and then we went to the festival, and the festival was like so hot, and I was wearing my like colourful clothes, and I made like was just chatting rubbish to everyone, and just like had a really good time on my birthday. And that's kind of it. I want to make a separate vlog about like the finding a job stuff, and I will. But basically, I'll touch on it that before I left London, I made a few emails and contacts. I met one direct contact from AKQA, the head of design there. She was really nice. That was really cool. That was like good introduction to stuff. And then I met a recruiter as well, and that was cool. I think I've met 3 recruiters now altogether, but I'll leave that in depth for another vlog. And what else? Yeah, sleep. I never knew how flipping intense it would be. Maybe I'm a bit older, like some. Also, like, because I'm like here for a long time, I don't need to like power through it like everyone else does. I'm like, I'm just gonna sleep. But I did think I was gonna come to Australia and land in like flipping, be the party animal, and in truth, I've just been so sleepy, like taking naps in the middle of the day, like, and doing stuff. And that might be it for now. And how do I feel? I feel like it's different. It's like, oh, you know what, like Australia and Melbourne is like, it's London, but it's not London. It's very familiar. There's loads of stuff. Oh, I should have mentioned like the Oriental Asian community here is massive. You know, like Chinatown in London. Chinatown in London is an alleyway compared to Chinatown in Melbourne. Chinatown in Melbourne is like a town, like massive buildings, so much people. You can close your eyes, open them, and think you're in another country. Like, they got so much food here, Chinese bakeries, like massive shopping malls of giant, like Chinese, Oriental people. Like, that community is part of Melbourne. And then also, like, generally, like, going around Melbourne is like lots of people that they're Greek heritage, Italian heritage, things like that. And it's very multicultural. You don't feel out of place or anything like that. There's lots of Indian people here. There is people said that you're not going to see any black people, but you do see black people, and they're cool. Like, maybe there's not like big groups of like young black kids like in London, but it doesn't feel like I'm walking into some part of the world where everyone's the same and I stick out. Like, nah, everyone's used to meeting different type of people, eating different types of food. That's cool. And what else? So yeah, it's been like familiar. It's not like being in a completely foreign place where everything is like completely crazy. It's like familiar, but I guess like I'm putting the pressure on myself that I need to like come in and kill it straight away. But actually, in truth, you are at your comfort zone. You are in a different workplace. You are a bit like scared to talk to people and to like be yourself and have a like different accent, and unsure about are my clothes cool. I don't know, like, even though I am within myself, I thought it would be easy to just jump in and just be myself, or like just be the flipping Cisco. But like, actually, it's like you do get nervous and everything like that. And so yeah, also like my friend said, like, yeah, you're gonna conquer Australia, and I think actually I need to conquer Francisco. I need to like come, like, be okay with being nervous, be okay with not knowing, be okay with like being on my own, be okay with like, I think I look young, so I'm going to all these like student nights and stuff because I just don't know where to go, and I'm like like feeling out of place. Everyone's like drunk and crazy, and I'm like, I'm not really drunk and crazy. I can't be bothered to be drunk and crazy. But I want to make friends and mingle and chat to girls and everything else. And I'm like I think I need to take time to settle into myself and like catch my bearings. But yeah. So now I've moved into an Airbnb. I'm gonna leave that kind of for the next vlog. But basically, I've gone from beach town, central beach town to central town, central basically fully centre, and now I'm in like the suburbs. It's not that far. It's like a bus ride, a long 45-minute bus ride away. I'm in a really nice Airbnb. That's why I chose it, for like the vibe of the Airbnb, because in town they're like, you know, and I said it's expensive. Accommodation is another thing. Like you're like, accommodation is, that's gonna be another vlog on its own, how I found accommodation, because I think that's gonna be difficult. But I rambled. This is why I need to make notes or something. But this is my first vlog, and it's a ramble, and it's straight off the top of the dome. But I was saying something. Yeah, I've moved to the Airbnb now, and yeah, there is like yeah, I'm away from all, like, it was weird being surrounded by all like young people in hostels and like crazy people and English people when people come to like party and stuff. But now I'm the complete opposite. I'm on my own in a suburb in a nice Airbnb, but I'm not surrounded by everyone else. But now's the time to get on with it, like job interviews and emails and everything else. So I'll let you know how that gets on. But hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. Bye.